Hi, welcome to another edition of IE News. I'm Emily Ann Shreves.
And I'm Natasha Smith. Today we take an exciting look at Apple's newest product.
We also learn how to improve your health for free, featuring an exclusive interview.
And we catch up on the latest Hollywood buzz.
Also, stay tuned and find out how naps can help you live longer. All this and more on IE News.
And now for our first story. Let's head over to our reporter, Alfreda Lewis, with the latest Long Beach news.
Hello and welcome to our local news report for IE News. I'm Alfreda Lewis. You can now go to My Auditor mobile application to get the e-government best practices report. City Auditor Laura Dodd released a digital so that the application will display how the city currently stands in terms of its use of technology, as well as recommendations of how we will move forward into the future. I downloaded the application on my phone and it's quite informative. Now, the water quality in Long Beach is great. In 2013 alone, technicians, engineers, and scientists performed more than 60,000 tests to analyze more than 100 drinking water contaminants in Long Beach. That is great that Long Beach is maintaining their water quality. In other news, Long Beach City College's Promise program awarded $5 million. Part of that college program was that every Long Beach Unified student is required to visit both LBCC and CSULB during their 4th and 5th grade years. When that student graduates from high school, the students are guaranteed a free semester at the City College, and it gets better. Cal State guarantees admission to all Promise students who complete admission requirements. There has been more than 9,800 students that have taken advantage of a free semester at LBCC, and the number of LBUSD students successfully completing transfer level math and English at the City College has increased by 300%. Additionally, the number of Long Beach School District graduates enrolling in Cal State has increased by 43%. Coming to the Pike at Rainbow Harbor in Long Beach will be Nike and Forever 21, which will transition into being an outlet mall. Stores are due to open later this year. I can't wait. This has been your local news report. I'm Alfreda Lewis for IE News. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Alfreda. That was very informative. It may not be Halloween yet, but you can still get your thrills and chills watching The Lazarus Effect. Here's our movie critic Ricky with a review.
The Lazarus Effect is the newest addition to Blumhouse Productions' horror filmography. They've had successes before like Paranormal Activity, Insidious, and The Purge. Is this new horror film the first in a Juggernaut franchise? The movie involves a group of scientists who spend 4 years of research developing a serum which has the potential to reanimate the dead. When one of their own is killed in a lab accident, the rest decide to save her by using the serum. Being this is a horror film, they're not going to get away with it scot-free. So their fellow scientist comes back from the dead, but she brought back something evil with her. Now, Blumhouse is one of my favorite production companies. I love the way they take big concept films with small budgets and make them profitable horror classics. I thought Blumhouse could do no wrong until I saw this film. The movie deals with a lot of interesting themes, but unfortunately it gets lost when all the scary things start to happen. For example, there's great conversation going on whether Olivia Wilde's character is suffering from supernatural or a scientific phenomenon. But they never go for a clear-cut answer, and frankly, it just feels messy. They didn't know where they were going with it. There are many cool dialogues in the movie about life after death, just one of the many conversations that should have been explored more in the movie. First half, interesting conversations introduced, great build-up. Second half, disappointing. It's a trail of horror cliches. They weren't even fun or charming horror cliches. They were just bad and underwhelming. Lights flickering, objects levitating, false jump scares, the whole bit. Is it just an entertaining fun time at the movies? Well, if someone else is buying your ticket, then yeah, I guess. But I paid $12 and it was only an hour and 20 minutes. But hey, the movie was made very cheaply and all the suckers like me went out to see it. So props to Blumhouse for their success. Even if you're a big Blumhouse supporter though, I'd still say skip this one. I give this one 4 out of 10. I'm Ricky Mulock, And that's this week's movie review.
Thanks, Ricky. It seems like these days everyone is attached to their smartphones, but Apple has introduced a new gadget that you can actually wear. Sean Swarsky takes an exclusive look at this new innovation.
For years, Samsung has been competing with Apple for smartphone dominance, with Samsung's Galaxy line and Apple's iPhone. However, Apple has been lacking a wearable product for quite some time, and Samsung has been taking their sweet time in designing their highly sophisticated smartwatches. But now, Apple has finally released a wearable tech product that can compete with Samsung. I'm talking, of course, about the Apple Watch. The most anticipated product of the year goes on sale April 24th and is already taking pre-orders. The Apple Watch, as we know, comes in 3 different trim levels: the base Apple Watch Sport Edition, the mid-level Apple Watch, and the highly elegant 18-karat solid yellow or rose gold Apple Watch Edition. The Apple Watch offers so many mind-boggling features, making what Apple claims to be our most personal device yet. Well, Apple, I can see how sending your heartbeat, a custom tap, or a real-time quick drawing to someone is personal. The Apple Watch also offers a wide range of animated emojis, voice recording, location sharing, and Apple's payment system, Apple Pay, as well as a wide variety of built-in apps, and of course, Siri, Apple's personal assistant. However, what makes the Apple Watch different from the competition is the huge array of gyro sensors, accelerometers, geolocation trackers, and motion sensors that go into the product. The Apple Watch also has its own app store with already developed apps just for the device. The Apple Watch is also extremely customizable with tons of options available from the watch face all the way to what apps can be displayed on the screen. The pricing for the Apple Watch ranges from $345 to $17,000. The Apple Watch will be compatible with iPhone 5 and above. I recently went to an Apple store to demo the Apple Watch with a stainless steel band and the Apple Watch Sport with a smooth gloss black rubber band. And I personally thought that the device itself was comfortable and looked beautiful on the wrist. However, while playing with the watch, I immediately noticed a few flaws. The user interface is quite complex and difficult to navigate. The notification tabs the Apple Watch is known for is kind of weak and sometimes can't be felt. And the battery of the Apple Watch can only last for a day. The 2 watches I demoed were $345 and $1,500, which in my opinion isn't worth it. The Apple Watch is also in its first generation stage, which means that some flaws and bugs are still possible. In my opinion, I would say to wait until Generation 2 is released. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Sean Swirsky with your tech report from IE News. Stay connected, and I'll see you on the next edition when I discuss the next big thing.
Wow, thanks, Sean. That was a joy to watch. A healthy lifestyle can be expensive, but our very own Katra Parkman sheds light on a movement that is making fitness easy and accessible.
Hi, my name's Katra Parkman here for IE News, and we're here with Dharma, the very cool Yogalution leader in Long Beach. And so tell me a little bit about yourself and what introduced you to yoga, who or what, and what it means to you.
Well, I was a massage therapist for a long time, and I was having a lot of shoulder pain. And I happened to work with somebody who was a yoga teacher, and they said, hey, just come take my class. And I was in Torrance, South Bay area, and she worked out here in Seal Beach. And so I made the trek one day and just got hooked. And she sort of took me under her wing, and it just all rolled from there.
That's very cool. Was it hard for you at first, or is this something that came easily to you?
It was very difficult. I played soccer my whole life, so I had a very stiff body. I ran a lot. Not that those things are bad, but when you are not balancing everything and you're just working, go, then your body gets really, really stiff, and it's hard to work against your tightness in your body. So it was difficult, but it was, for me, it was so much. I came to it for all the physical stuff, but all the relief that I got mentally and the calm and the confidence that I got inside is ultimately what kept me there.
That's very cool. Did you start this Yogalution movement? And if so, can you tell us a little bit about it? Because it sounds very interesting.
Well, it didn't start out as a Yogalution movement. I taught at a lot of local studios, and I had a lot of friends who wanted to do yoga, but they couldn't afford the drop-in rate. And so I used to bring my friends as guests to these studios where I was an employee, and eventually I started getting a little flack from the owners, like, when are your friends going to pay for class? And I just thought, well, they can't afford it. It's kind of weird. I want them to still do yoga, so I just thought, why don't I do a free class for my friends? one of my friends suggested this park because she lived right down the street. And so we just picked it up from there. It was just like we sent out a blast text message, all my friends, anybody who wanted to come. I made a little free yoga sign and I put it out just for extra people who might want to sit in. And some days there was nobody here, some days there was 3 people here, and it just slowly started to grow, and it turned into this amazing thing that I never had visioned or had thought about, just because it's free. We just want, and then it turned into like, well, let's just offer a free service and make it available to everybody regardless of their economic status, because you probably know as well as I do, when you're stressed out, it's usually because you're dealing with financial issues. And you can't always afford to go to that drop-in class, but that's when you need it the most. And so why are we keeping it from everybody? And obviously we all have businesses and we have things that we need to do, and those things will still thrive if we give a little bit away. We have to learn how to be givers before we are receivers. And so that's where this whole thing it sort of spawned into this amazing thing that you see today with like 200 something people here every weekend.
It's really inspiring, and I know me personally, what's deterred me from yoga a lot of the times is the price of the studio. If I could just get into it and then later pay for a studio, that might be a better way to go. So it's really cool what you're doing. Do you have any advice for beginners that kind of don't know where to start and they are kind of held back from starting?
Yeah. And ultimately this class led to that, where I was realizing that people who would never go to a yoga studio were feeling less timid about coming here, because we're out in the open and you can space out from, you don't have to talk to the people you're not like in a contained building where you have to say hi. And so they felt more comfortable. And so more and more people are getting into yoga and finding studios because they're coming here where they would have never gone before. So for beginners, I recommend coming here. This is a great class for beginners. And then just don't be shy. Like when you go to a studio, just let the teachers know they're used to it. Say, hey, I'm new at this. Can you keep an eye on me? And most teachers will do that, and they'll make sure that you feel comfortable. A good teacher will make you feel comfortable that you're doing it okay and you're not trying to be something perfect.
That's reassuring. Thank you. And so what are the benefits of yoga? I know there's a lot, but what would you say are the main benefits of yoga?
Well, I can just speak from my own experience. First there's the physical relief. Your body starts to not be so tense and so tight all the time. You don't have that stiffness. You don't wake up in the morning like already feeling tight. So there's that. Then if you go further, then you get the mental benefits of just the clarity and the confidence that comes with the clarity, and then ultimately the trust that comes with that. And then if you really want to go deep with it, there are a lot of spiritual benefits of just whatever your tradition is, whatever your religious background is, it doesn't matter. It's a very universal concept that yoga is teaching that you can apply to any tradition that you already have. So ultimately it just gives you this peace and tranquility. It gives you this lightness in your body, this freeness in your body and your mind, and then life starts to flow better.
Well, it seems like there are no bad points about it, that like there's no excuse that you should do yoga. Just as kind of an ending to this awesome interview, what would you say is the best way for people to find out about this particular class? Is there a website?
Yeah, we have a website, Yogalution, like the revolution, yogalutionmovement.com, and that's actually our website for our studio. We have a donation-based yoga studio, so all the classes are by donation, full schedule, but on the homepage we have the schedule for the classes out here, which are every day at 11 a.m. Super easy to remember.
Okay, and there's a Facebook group too, right?
And there's a Facebook group just called Yogalution. All right.
Cool, this is very exciting. I hope this helps the people of Long Beach find this really awesome resource. It was wonderful talking to you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm Keitra Parkman for IE News.
Thanks, Keitra. What a positive influence on our community. You gotta try it out, folks. Now my co-anchor informs us on how naps can help improve your health and may even add years to your life.
Long Beach, California is one of the most diverse cities in the United States. That's apparent simply by looking at the diversity among our current student body. We here at IE News want our peers to be the most informed in the world. So I am Natasha Smith here with your World News and Health Report. Napping isn't just for preschoolers anymore. A new study shows that taking a daytime nap may reduce the risk of death from heart attack by 37%. There is considerable evidence that both acute and chronic stress are related to heart disease. According to the Harvard School of Public Health, an afternoon napping session may act as a daily stress reliever, thus decreasing the amount of stress on your heart and reducing your risk of coronary mortality. While public health campaigns have been urging smokers to quit, Tobacco companies, on the other hand, have been making cigarettes more addictive. According to the New York Times, tobacco companies have raised the nicotine levels in cigarettes by 10% in the last 6 years. While that may not seem like a lot, virtually all brands of cigarettes are found to deliver a high enough dose of nicotine to cause heavy dependency. We've all heard the old cliche that says, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Yet, there is a new adage that says, an aspirin a day may help keep the doctor away. Studies have shown that taking aspirin reduces the risk of heart attack and stroke while also increasing your chances of surviving them. Newer evidence indicates that taking aspirin also can decrease your risk of certain cancers, cancer of the colon, esophagus, stomach, and prostate. What a multifaceted common household drug the aspirin is. The information contained in the World News and Health Report are for educational and informational purposes only. Before making any drastic lifestyle changes to your diet or exercise routine, or before making any modifications to the medications you take, please consult with your primary care physician first. For IE News, I'm Natasha Smith.
What a great story. And now we head over to our weather report with Chris Thayer.
Good evening. I hope you've had a good day. For us, it's been a pretty typical spring day. It's also been a pretty typical spring day for people in the South. The South has been having thunderstorm after thunderstorm. They began in Texas and in Oklahoma, and the storms moved from Texas and Oklahoma on over to Georgia and Florida, where they've been having actually severe weather. Severe weather is whenever you have hail that's bigger than 3/4 of an inch, winds in excess of 58 miles an hour, and tornadoes. And they've been having all of those things, as well as torrential rain and flooding. The rain has moved on all up the East Coast, on up to Boston, up to DC. And as you can see, the rain is over the Great Lakes as well as some snow. As far as our own local forecast is concerned, our weather has been beautiful, not great for the drought, that's for sure, but we've been having 70-degree weather. Huntington Beach 72, Anaheim 78, West Covina 75, Long Beach 75, Los Angeles 61, Santa Monica 64, and in Malibu 61 degrees. As far as our 5-day forecast is concerned, this Thursday 68 degrees, Friday 70. Saturday we have a high of 73, and then the temperature drops down on Sunday to 62 and stays low until Monday at 62 degrees. I'm Chris Thayer, and that's our IE weather.
Thank you, Chris. Now, Sharissa Pell gives us only the juiciest deets in our entertainment report.
The last person we saw Madonna smooch was Britney Spears at the 2003 VMAs, and I am sure we will always remember that kiss. This time, Drake was on the receiving end. The 56-year-old pop star made a surprise cameo appearance during Drake's headline performance at Coachella on Sunday. Drake introduced the Like a Virgin songstress by performing his track, Madonna, a song off his latest album, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. Madonna made her way on stage sporting thigh-high boots and a tank top that read Big as Madonna. What Madonna did next not only surprised Drake, but everyone at Coachella. Madonna laid a passionate kiss on the rapper that left him surprised when he came up for air. "What the just happened?" he said with a laugh after the kiss. "I'm Madonna, B," which the singer announced before making her exit. Drake later took to Instagram and posted an image of the moment with the caption, "Moments to write home about." People took to Twitter and had this to say: "Drake is gonna start making dance tunes now that Madonna sucked his career away." Madonna responded to the backlash she received for the smooch she placed on Drake and said this: "If you don't like me and still watch everything I do, you're a fan." Well, Madonna certainly put everyone in their place. Kim was on Paper Magazine exposing it all with a mission to break the internet, while her hubby Kanye decided to outdo her and give the world his heart. Kanye revealed his innermost thoughts on life, society, the world, and all the other crazy philosophical insights he often has. In the April issue of Paper Magazine, Kanye makes it clear that he is not, nor has he ever been, involved in the Illuminati. "I'm tired of people pinpointing musicians as the Illuminati. This is not the only qualm Kanye has. Kanye wants the world to put down their pitchforks. Let's just tap back into the real world for a second," the rapper states. Kanye says we need money, we need art, we need love, and we also need generosity. Oh, Kanye. Finally, something we can all agree upon. All I was screaming was, "Help me, help more. I've given all I've got." Well, we want you to help more, but you still look like a crazy person ranting about who knows what. Rebel Wilson, the Aussie-born Pitch Perfect star, is breaking rules and making a statement in the fashion world, and I don't blame her. Rebel was spotted at the 2015 MTV Movie Awards wearing tight leather pants and a sparkling bra set. Oh, not to mention, a set of massive Victoria's Secret angel wings. Rebel didn't stop there. She had the word "Think" plastered on the back of her tight leather pants. The Bella girls in Pitch Perfect are all different shapes and sizes and nationalities, so Wilson. The starlet went on to say, I think one of the good messages in the movie is that you're all beautiful. Sometimes girls will look at Victoria's Secret models and think they have to model themselves after that, but I really don't think that's the best. Even though they're called models, they're not the best people to model themselves after. I like to encourage other girls to think that way, which is why I put that on my butt, because it's really about what's up here and not what's here. I love the statement that she made. Instead of saying it, she wore it and wore it well. Wilson stated that she loved the outfit. The wings are slightly uncomfortable, especially when people knock into you. It's good because this is my cardio for the day, because I had to go up and down 3 flights of stairs wearing these, and these are about 20 pounds. I'm Teresa Powell here at IE News with your entertainment report.
Thanks, Sharisa. April was Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and our very own Becca Yerudia brings us an eye-opening interview on a Long Beach organization that is bringing hope to victims of domestic violence.
Hi, this is Becca Yerudia with IE News. Today we have Candace Davis, a program specialist with the YWCA of Greater Los Angeles, to speak to us on the Clothesline Project.
Thank you for having me today. So basically, yes, this is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. The whole month of April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. The YWCA Greater Los Angeles, our main goal is eliminating racism, empowering women. And we aim to empower people from all walks of life as well. Children, youth, seniors, and especially right now, our sexual assault survivors. So behind us, we have what we call our Clothesline Project. This is a visual display of t-shirts. I have one here. Keep your hands to yourself, it says. So these shirts are made by real survivors of sexual assault, child sexual abuse. All of the colors represent a different type of violence. So blue and green usually represent child sexual abuse. Red, orange, and pink represent rape or sexual assault. Black often represents gang rape, and white can represent someone who's died as a result of violence. Okay, so it's very important to speak out. That's the main point of why we do this. The whole idea of the clothesline started from, back in the day when women would be out, when women were mostly in the household, and they would go out to wash the clothes and put them out to dry on the clothesline. And this was the opportunity that women would have to converse with each other, have conversation, and where maybe some things such as the abuse that they were suffering from, they could talk to their neighbor or try and reach out for support out there on the clothesline. So that's where the idea of the clothesline came from. And we just really seek to give survivors a voice. A lot of times in our society and our culture, our survivors are silenced. It's a lot of shame. There's a lot of shame around sexual assault. There's a lot of silence because, first of all, people don't even like that term. When you talk about rape, sexual assault, a lot of times people are scared of that. There's a lot of taboo around it. So we want to break that. We want to break the myths. We want to offer survivors the support that they need. We want to encourage the culture, the community to really support people who've been victimized in this manner and to understand the trauma that they experience, and that also to realize that it's not their fault, it's not survivors' fault. When someone does have the courage to disclose to someone, often they try and tell, someone close to them, their mother, a brother, a friend, and the reaction that they get back is not very supportive. Usually in some way, shape, or form, the blame is put on the victim. So we really aim to change that around, to change that perspective. Mm-hmm. We believe that under no circumstance is sexual assault ever the victim's fault. Right. and to just really, again, encourage someone. If you know someone who's a survivor of sexual assault, if someone comes to you, your child, your friend, another colleague, anyone, and says that this is something that's happened to me, that the reaction would be, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that that happened to you. Or it's not your fault. I can't tell people how many times we get phone calls. This is just one program. We are the YWCA Greater Los Angeles. We have a program called Sexual Assault Crisis Services, which is where the Clothesline Project is coming from. And under that program, we provide free services for anyone who's a survivor of sexual assault. And a lot of times when people call on our 24-hour crisis hotline, you can feel the shame in their voice. You can feel that they're scared to tell you what exactly happened. They really need to hear that it's not their fault. And as soon as you say that, you can feel their whole energy lightens up. And you can feel that they're willing and able now to receive the support that they need. And that's where the healing starts, and that's what we want to get to.
That's what I was going to say. And victim, anyone in the audience who knows people who have been abused or anyone out in the community, how do they go about getting help?
So if someone, and I want to clarify, although we are a women's movement, and I said we're about empowering women, we're also about empowering everyone. Our sexual assault crisis services is for anyone who's a survivor of sexual assault. Males, 1 in 6 males are survivors of child sexual abuse, sexual assault in their lifetime, and 1 in 4 women. It doesn't matter their sexual orientation. It doesn't matter any of that. So if someone is a survivor, they can call our 24-hour crisis hotline. The number is 877-Y-HELPS-YOU. So the letter Y, HELPS, and the letter U, or 877-943-5778. That's the best way to reach us.
And do you have a website that individuals can go to?
We do have a website, which is our website for our entire organization, which is www.ywcagla for Greater Los Angeles.org. And they can find information about all of our programs.
And is there volunteer opportunities?
Yes, and I'm glad you asked. we need volunteers. We really do. The volunteers are really what keep our sexual assault crisis services running 24/7. So we need volunteers to serve on the hotline 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our volunteers help us with the hospital accompaniments. So we're advocates as well. We are advocates for survivors. We accompany them to the hospitals for the forensic exam. We accompany them to the court if they have court dates as a result of their assault, to the law enforcement. We do a lot of community events as well. So we really do need volunteers. And so what someone would do is they can either contact the hotline or visit the website. They would be involved in a 56-hour certified training. So you basically become certified to be a crisis counselor, and from there, it's just ongoing, the training and whatnot.
Okay. I want to thank you. This has been a tremendous experience for me, and to meet you and the organization and all the healing and help that it does for our community. I want to thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me, and thank you for giving us a voice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I also have a quote by Tupac. Tupac once said, "Why hurt our women when we ourselves come from a woman?" This is Becca Urrutia with IE News.
Thank you, Becca, for that moving interview. With the latest on what's trending now on social media, here's April Paredes.
Have you ever wanted to take back embarrassing tweets or Facebook posts, but just haven't had the time to sift through years of posts to manually delete them? Well, now a new app may be able to help. Clear connects with your Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts and analyzes your history, flagging posts with potentially inappropriate content. To guess what that is, Clear uses a combination of algorithms and IBM's supercomputer Watson to filter material. Right now, the Clear app identifies troublesome posts based on keywords such as profanity. Although this app comes in handy, it is still up to the users to make sure the content they post on social media is appropriate. This is April Paredes with your social media report for IE News.
That's all we have for this week. Be sure to contact the Radio and Television Department here at Long Beach City College if you would like to become part of our team. Contact us at 562-938-4892.
I'm Emily Ann Shreve.
And I'm Natasha Smith. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of IE News.